Hello and welcome back. I have rallied post Halloween night, which means today is the qualifier weekend tournaments. It's historic this month. Don't get mad at me. It's not standard. It's not my fault. Wizards controlled it, and this month it is historic. So we're gonna do some historic best of three. For our deck, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just picking the most winningest deck I can find, which I think is Boros Auras. We'll see how it goes. I actually ran this last qualifier weekend tournament for Historic as well. Esper Sentinel lets you draw some cards when your opponent casts some non-creature spells. Giver of Runes protects all your key pieces like the Core Spirit Dancer and the Light Paws, which both scale really well with enchantments. Spirit Dancer gets +2/+2, draws you a card. Light Paws, you cast an enchantment, and you just get a free one slapped right onto the battlefield. So you don't even need it in hand to recast it. It just goes right onto Light Paws. Very powerful. Last card is the Amped Raptor. Not as good as the other two. If you're lucky, the Amped Raptor can flip you right into a Spirit Dancer or Light Paws, or even just a random enchantment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shelter by Ghost is huge. You can do some plays like turn 1 Plot Ruckus, turn 2 Light Paws, immediately Demonic Ruckus for 0 mana, go fetch Shelter, and like you're really off to the races. Some opponents can't beat that start. We got a couple one-ofs like Hammer Hand to give haste, Sentinel Eyes to give vigilance in the aggro matchups, being able to attack and block is quite nice. Griff Spoon for some evasive flight, although Menace and Trample does a good job of that. Ethereal Armor is probably the cheapest and most powerful enchantment you can get, and then one more 2-drop, kind of like Ethereal Armor, which is all that glitters. Also scales off of artifacts, including your Esper Sentinel. So that's pretty much the whole deck. 21 land. We got some sideboard stuff here as well. Loris is one of them as the companion. Some Tormod's Crypt for a 0-mana way to strip the graveyard. Some Fragment Realities. Pretty much, I think any opponent's deck that has some really key creatures like combo pieces or the mirror or something, we're going to want that really cheap removal spell. I think our plan is to tech out Esper Sentinel if we think they're going to have fewer non-creature spells and some really big creatures or impactful creatures we need to kill. Hushbringer comes in place of the Raptor if we face anyone with ETBs or death triggers. Lauren's Escape, I think, is coming in versus control opponents. Investing 2 mana into Shelter to get +1/+0, I think is currently not that good. And so Lauren's Escape is kind of a similar protective effect to the Ward 2, but just 1 mana cheaper. Also gives you insurance against sweepers with Indestructible. Pithing Needle, like Planeswalkers, maybe some control decks. I'll have to see when that comes in. I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll give it a go. This is not my, it's not my expert format by any stretch of the imagination. But this is it. Okay. Deck submitted. Maybe be on the play. Never didn't have it. Costume is just a random one I picked up from the shop. It's like a Spartan Warrior type thing. A couple of people actually came up to me last night to take photos with me, which I'm a little bit surprised of. I ended up on some Facebook page for Halloween night, which I did not expect. But now we wait. Now we wait. Elfendor on the play. It's good hand. It's got no enchantments, but it's good hand. Keep this. Shock land, Giver of Runes, set up to protect our 2-drop. Probably Light Paws into Amped Raptor and just hope we hit an enchantment and get the whole thing going. Okay, there's an enchantment, that's quite nice. Shock you in. Legendary Light Paws down, there's some stick. It's got that Vista. And just hold back the Giver of Runes. Get that protection going. They do not crack the Vista. Guess they don't need to. It does not come in tapped, unlike standard Evolving Wilds. This is a mythic rare, by the way. If you ever want to blow some wild cards, craft some mythic rare Prismatic Vistas. Blast Zone, that's actually quite good against this in general. We'll have to scale up. Man, depends how much value you want to get off of this. Their control It could go right into like a Divine Purge, which would suck. I think I want to try a Spirit Dancer this turn. No Vista Crack. Don't know what they are. I need 3 mana and tap to level up Blast Zone to 2. Who gets Labyrinth? Do nothing? Okay. Alright, let's start with an Armor. And then probably Raptor. I think I'd like to see more enchantments. Take the action. Okay. I think we're going to try the Raptor as well. Let's see if we can hit one more enchantment here. Nope, just a random Raptor. Okay. We don't get the effect this time because we didn't cast it. We hit only for 7. It's a good opening hand, but we are lacking a little bit the enchantments. Opponent to 11. Okay, let's see that next turn. Crack the Vista finally down to 10. Green. I'm also enough of not of an expert. I don't actually know what they are. Green Forest and Ugrin's Labyrinth. Command you. No point in protecting anyone. Scry. Okay. I'm not really anticipating a sweeper, or one that can get through 6 toughness. Blast Zone could sweep the 1-drops. Still have a lot of pressure. Okay, so we walk away with game 1. Oh man, I don't really know what their deck is though. We saw almost nothing from them. I don't think we particularly need Sentinel's Eyes. If there's no aggro, I think we could probably put in a Lauren's Escape. Creatures entering or dying. Pithing Needle. Abilities. I don't know that I want to make too many more changes. I think Shelter by Ghost is actually pretty good here. I mean, the thing is, they're going to want some targeted removal. I don't know if they have sweepers or not. That's why I maybe think 1 Lauren's Escape is better than the Sentinel. I think that's the only change I'm going to make here. I didn't really learn a lot about the deck. All right, we'll go to game 2. On the draw, almost a perfect hand. We get the second land, though. Have to mulligan this. Auto lose if we don't hit second land. Otherwise, beautiful opening hand. Turn 1 Ruckus, turn 2 Light Paws, immediately Ruckus, get the Shelter, make it very hard to target. But I think we have to mulligan this one. Okay. 3 lander, great hand. Keep. Back to land, one of the lands. Probably still give her runes on 1. Top 4 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library. Exile the rest. Okay. So 7-mana 6/6. When you cast a spell, exile target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Alright. Sire of 7 Death. Ugin's Binding. 3 mana instant. Return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand. Whenever you cast a colorless spell with mana value 7 or greater, you may exile this card from your graveyard and you do return each non-land permanent. Alright, so that's, I mean, that's a huge blowout for us eventually. Here we go. Runes on 1. Try to go Light Pause on 2. They have a very good, like, Chalice of the Void card. Makes it, they auto-counter any 2-drop. Or 1-drop, depending on what they pick. Alright. I'll create 2 of those. That's a huge ramp right there. Okay. If we're going to let them kill someone, I guess let them kill the Light Pause. Here, let him kill the Spirit Dancer. Keep the Light Pause for later. We have no protection, so it is empty here. And they've probably main decked some more removal spells. He's got 6 mana ready to go. It's a Sowing Micah Spawn. Kicked it, so they get to exile one of our lands. Still, we're hanging in there. Still shelter, draw a card. Or we can Light Pause and delay it 1 more turn to get a little more value. Top 4, put a permanent card among them into your hand. Chalice of the Void's very good. Let's see what they get. They take another Micah Spawn, so they can probably kick again next turn and take our next land. So this is really our only shot here. I think we have to play the Shelter or the Demonic Ruckus. I think we're playing the Shelter. Technically, if we take the 0/1, they might not have enough land to kick that thing again. So that might be the better of the 2 plays. How much does it cost to kick? Yeah, 2 more to kick. I think that's the better of the plays. Maybe they won't have the next land. Okay, get in for 3 lifelink. It's not kicked, right? Oh, did you have enough mana to kick it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How? Blast Zone's rough. I mean, that Blast Zone's going to kill us very soon. That's interesting. Okay. It's like neither Blast Zone, the 2-drop. Lose everything underneath, makes a lot of sense. So we don't really want to play out any 2-drops until the Blast Zone is gone. In terms of targeted removal, though, we haven't really seen much more than usual. Okay. So maybe we'll take out Lauren's Escape and put back in just the other random enchantment. Maybe name with Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle could be interesting too, to figure out what to name. Alright, there's the last removal spell, basically. They keep the Blast Zone, though, which is good for them. They get a nice Scry, which is also very good for them. And we are down to 1 land. 3 to the top. Good God. And draw a card. Okay. Not a land. It's the best way to do this. We're never going to get through Blast Zone. That's okay. They can pay for Sentinel regardless, right? So, we'll play Gary Runes. That one's tough. Is that game? Means just Sentinel and a bunch of 1-drops have to go the distance. I mean, that's pretty close to game there. $213. Alright, these 1-drops got to go the distance, and then eventually they blast send them away. But we can no longer cast 2-drops, so, enters with X charge counters on it. Whenever a player casts a spell with mana value equal to the number of charge counters on this artifact, counter that spell. So all of our 2-drops are now auto-countered, and we cannot use Shelter by Ghosts. That's probably a game right there. Cannot use Shelter by Ghosts to take it away, because that is also a 2-drop. Even if we Demonic Ruckus plot and then cast it, it still is a 2-drop. There's not really, I don't think, any ways we have around that. We don't really need land, do we? I mean, I think this game is over, but we'll stick it out because it's a tournament, so might as well. Maybe they only draw land for the rest of the game. Chalice of the Void, though, I'm not sure we have any sideboard tech for that. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do. Probably just go to game 3. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be it, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we'll just go to game 3, unless there's anything else we can learn about their deck, but I don't think so. We'll be on the play. It's not clear to me we need Lauren's Escape, really. There just isn't that much removal in total. So I think we'll just put back a random enchantment, just to make sure if we can combo off, we do combo off. Creatures entering. Yeah, we can't shut off the Chalice with that. Activated abilities, can't do that. Non-token artifact, creature, or enchantment. That is interesting. It's niche. It's just for Chalice. But if they have Chalice, we do kind of lose. We don't need to kill any creatures or enchantments. It's really just anti-Chalice, and only if they name 2 and not 1. But it does pretty much hard counter us, so that's interesting. I don't know if that's worth doing on the play. It's expensive. There's a question of if it's better than the Sentinel. I mean, they have some non-creature spells. I mean, they played a lot of non-creature spells, actually. Okay, I think we're actually just going to leave it as is. You could put in Fragment Reality. I don't know if that's worth it on the play. All right, 3-lander, great. No complaints. No protection for Spirit Dancer, but maybe they won't have an answer ready to go. Shock in. Okay, we get to draw a card. The question is, do we slam the Spirit Dancer? We don't have any protection for it anyway, so I think the answer is yes. Or we can save it to get one card draw. I think we're just going to drop it here. Blast Zone can pick off all of our 1-drops. There's Chalice named for 1-drops. So we actually still get to get the draw off the Spirit Dancer. They just get countered. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. That is massive. That's a huge start for us right there. Okay. Drop to 9. Let's see it. Game's going to wrap up real quick unless they have a strong answer here. Shock in, 4 mana open. Searchlight for a land card, put onto the battlefield. Ugin's Labyrinth. Exile card, 2 mana open here. What do we got for 2 colorless? Another Chalice on X equals 1. Looks like we walk away with the match. Shelter and swing for lethal. I don't even know if we need Shelter, to be honest. Nothing to be done. Explosive start. Alright, that is that. Okay, match 1 in the bag. Need to go 7 wins before 3 losses. Always a little bit stressful. Okay, great. Run it back. Never didn't have it. Caters the Brilliant. On the play. 1 lander cannot keep, otherwise fantastic hand, but can't keep. Maybe with Esper Sentinel you can keep this. Too risky. It's so good, but too risky. Okay, fantastic. Runes on 1, Spirit Dancer 2, and then yeah, maybe just keep the higher impact cards. Cheap isn't bad, but all the glitches a lot of damage too. Alright, looks like the same match run back. Right, opponent ramping up. No attacks, hold back. Labyrinth, exile the 7-drop, 4 mana open this turn. We exile here. Emrakul, the Promised End, 13 mana. 1 less to cast for each card type among cards in your graveyard. When you cast a spell, you gain control of target opponent during that player's next turn. After that turn, that player takes an extra turn. Flying, trample, protection from instants. You can tap the land to return the exile card to its owner's hand. And powerful cards, man. A different format than standard. Alright, 4 mana. Where are we going? Rumble. Top 4. Drifter. Devour. Dismember. Very powerful removal spell. 1 mana. -5, -5. Pick the Breeding Pool. I think they already have Dismember in hand. 3 mana open. Talisman for 2, okay. Technically have 2 mana open instant speed. I don't think that does anything. I think we're starting with a shelter. And I think we're taking the blocker and shoving damage. Something to be said for taking the curiosity. This is a one-time thing, but I think we need to get through damage. I think the game's gonna end one way or another soon. Alright, for 3. Go, baby, go. All the glitters will scale up a little bit with these sentinels. Shock in a breeding pool. 7 mana. Kicked Myco spawn. Alright, you got it. Blast zone, alright. Okay, I think we might choose the sentinel here. Get 2 attackers ready to go. I think they want to blast on the 1-drops or the 2-drops. I guess they really want to blast on the 1-drops. Maybe we'll hold on to the sentinel here. Maybe we should have stacked all the glitters on the Spirit Dancer. Chump there, okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably a mistake. I think we probably should have dumped it on the Spirit Dancer. It's also slow to level up. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. Touching the runes, touching the sentinel. I think I just sacked the blast zone here. I have 3 mana left to do something else. If we get lucky, we could kill him dead this turn off a good Spirit Dancer. Drowsy Temple, 3 cards in hand. Ugin's Binding. They want to bounce the Giver of Runes. I don't think there's a point in doing anything in response. ATB something? We could give someone protection from colorless. I guess let's see if they want to pay this first. Oh, that's a good one. And we'll try to get this protection from colorless. I don't know that it matters. Colorless. Just in case. That's interesting, though. I mean, they really want to... Oh, they can cast it and then return everything. That's brutal. Return each non-land permanent you don't control to his hand. That's tough. For sure, that's tough. Okay, game goes on. They got the blast zone still, though. One top, okay. It's interesting. We're not out of it. Opponent's getting farther ahead. We have a fistful of cards, though. We get a haste one off the top. We could definitely kill him out of nowhere. From 11. Right, Devour, exile you. It's a 6/6. We could use a little bit more land. Okay, not amazing. We want to drop like a Sentinel's Eyes here or something. We could drop the Boon. I am looking to see if we can cheese lethal. And all that glitters out of nowhere. A Griff's Boon out of nowhere. It's a lot of damage. Return Emrakul to hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. One less to cast for each card type. Okay, that could be game. Taking control of our turn is generally not what you want to see. So they're going to attack into the Emrakul and kill one of these. But then we'll get a turn after that. And this has protection from instants. There's no blocks. I think we need a attacker. I guess they would like shelter, burn our shelter, I think. And take something dumb. Like take the Devour and then attack with the shelter into the Emrakul. And I don't know, try to waste 2 of our enchantments, I think is what they should do. Go like shelter plus, you know, Griff's Boon or something. And slam it on a Raptor, and then slam that into the 13/13. I'll just sack my land. That's great. That's fine. Pain land, that's cute. Alright, they are going to blow a Griff's Boon here. Suicide Bomb in this guy. Yeah. Alright, now we get to go. They're still sitting on Blast Zone. Could shelter the Emrakul. I mean, we're going to die if we don't, so we have to do that. And then, you know, one more thing after that. Okay, give it a go. Stick by the opponent with 3 mana open. That's what resolves. Protection from instants, not from shelters. Alright, we'll try this as well. Swing for 4. Opponent drops to 7. Now they kill the Raptor, they get back the Emrakul. Is it when it's cast? Let's see. When you cast a spell, alright, so they get a 13/13. They don't get to take our turn, but still not good. And then we're kind of dead unless we top deck another shelter. We'll like Spirit Dancer Shelter. Dismember is tough. That's a really good spell against us. They're going to have 4 Dismembers in game 2. That's going to be a real issue. That might be enough for me to main deck more protection. Alright, 6 to face. That's a 10. Hard cast next Emrakul. Alright, that's probably game, right? Take our turn for us. Sack the Raptor into them. Probably not possible to win through the Blast Zone. Without the Blast Zone, maybe. Okay, sure. Okay, I mean, we cannot block the flying thing. I think that's just game. Oh, Light Pulse Demonic Ruckus actually gets another shelter. So we actually do get one more turn here. And we have to do it, right? It is a tournament. We could top deck one more shelter after this and then be out of Blast Zone then. It is possible to still win from here. It's gotta be this though, yeah? No, haste does it, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, next card's gotta be shelter again. Assuming they blow the Blast Zone to kill our 2-drops. Kick this, destroy land. They have 3 mana open to sack the Blast Zone. Draw a card off the Ruckus. Haste isn't bad. I wonder if we could find lethal. No, because they have 2 blockers. They just had 1 blocker there. Damn. It's actually close to finding lethal this turn. But we have no evasiveness. I don't think we can hit it off the top either. Right, go this, Hammerhand. Make Emrakul unable to block. It's still not enough. It's close. It's very close. Can almost maybe get there. That would be the evasion. But we cannot do it. This guy can't block. We're just a little bit short. Doesn't matter, really. Yeah, 1 point of damage short either way. All right, so that'll be that game. Closer than you'd think. We hung in there versus like triple Emrakul. Surprisingly, actually kind of close. But yeah, not gonna get there this game. All right, we'll go to the sideboard. Man, I am worried about quadruple dismember. I think that's gonna be quite rough. We'll be on the play here. I mean, that is the question. Does anyone come out for Lauren's Escape? We have to delay our whole sequence to make that work. We could take out some Esper Sentinels, I think. There's a good amount. There's a good amount of non-creatures. It's always tough. Who would you cut for this? I don't know that I'm really interested in doing this. Because we have to wait till turn 3 to hold open Lauren's Escape. Really not that good. Still might be better than Sentinel Knight. It's close. Man, I think on the play, you just gotta be more explosive. And Sentinel nets you back a card off the Dismember. Maybe. On the play, 2-lander, Light Pulse, and Protection. It's good enough to keep. We can maybe wait till turn 3 to play like any of our big boys with the rescue. Question is, do they have Dismember in the opening hand? That is the question. Man, with as good as his hand is, I think you actually go Light Pulse on 2. We have 2 backup cards, and if they don't have Dismember, you walk away with the game, hopefully. And if they do, you just run out the Spirit Dancer next turn. And still, hopefully, have protection from the rescue. Right, ramp into 3 mana. That's interesting. Could absolutely delay everything here. Hold on, let me look at the deck list real quick. Damn, why is this so broken? Shit, I don't have enough time for this. Where the fuck is the deck? Eldrazi. How does that card work? Mana value X or less. Okay. Alright, I think we do go for Light Pulse here then. If they kill it immediately, so be it. If not, we have a really nice next turn. And hold Rescue open. Shock and Breeding Pool for 3 mana open. Ugin's Binding, just bounce it, okay. Run it back again. Sitting on double rescue in hand. Rumble, top 4, Binding, Devour, Null Drifter. We definitely have a chance here. A third land would go a long way. Ugin's Binding the graveyard sucks though, right? Because cast a color spell with 7 or greater and bounce our whole board. Nothing we can do about that. Permanent card is this guy. This can be evoked in for 3. Does that trigger the... I feel like it does, right? Bounce you again. Okay. Still cannot find that next land to save our life. Name black for Dismember. Is that last card in hand? Null Drift for 3. Unfortunately, yes, does trigger the Binding. That's rough. It's pretty rough. This does not look like it's going to go our way. Finally hit the next land. Do they have another one of those down there? Yeah. That's brutal. They can do this as many times as they want. They have plenty of mana, so they're going to bounce our whole board again. So what's the best thing we can possibly do against that? It's really not a whole lot. We need more land is what we need. So we could Spirit Dancer and blow stuff, just try to hit more land. To bounce everything we play for a good while. Yeah, I think I want to save the rescues. Okay, do it like this. Okay, more land is good. I think we need to keep hitting land, because they're going to bounce our whole board multiple times. And the only way to come back is to have more land to deploy more things per turn. Lovely. Always a joy. They can sack our land again and bounce everything. I think I'd, yeah, sack the land, and then, I don't know if you deploy, yeah, maybe throw away the Ethereal Armor. Oh, decline the card draw, right? And then sacrifice the Spirit Dancer. If you're really gutsy, you can try to figure out a way to discard the land in hand on end step. I'm going to be really sad about a situation. And they're still sitting on 2 more of those, right? That's crazy. They're still sitting on 2 Ugin's Bindings in the graveyard. That's brutal. There's no way we're going to get through all that, right? Same position as last game. I mean, we can Light Pause and Raptor here and hope that we hit a 2-drop and hope to hit Shelter by Ghosts, and they still bounce it all next turn anyway, right? So it's all a little bit futile. I mean, that is the play. It's all going to get bounced anyway. But at least slows him down a bit. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Maybe we actually need Tormod's Crypt against this deck. I mean, that Ugin's Binding is tough. I think if we had had a better start with the 3rd land, I think we maybe could have gotten through it. But the multiple bounces really set us back. Play a 7-drop, bounce our whole board, get back the Emrakul. I think we're about out of luck. I think there's no sequence of draws that gets us through that. Actually, we run it back again. We get lucky again, right? Why did the Raptor not get bounced? Return each non-land partner you don't control to its owner's hand. I don't really understand that. Alright, but we are pretty much dead here. I guess we can drop to 14 without being dead. See if they got one more 7-drop for us. Bounce that whole board for the last time. Oh, they just did the exile target permanent. I see. Alright, now they bounce our whole board. And swing for lethal. Tough cookies, man. Tough cookies. Okay, well, that'll be 1-1 for the qualifier weekend tournament. God, I did, but that's just because I like playing Magic, not because I necessarily want to face that deck again. So we'll hit the frowny face there. Okay, I mean, not really a whole lot different to be done as far as I can tell. Yeah, we'll sit at 1-1. We'll take a pause for the end of this video. It's at the 50-minute mark, and then we'll continue on with the next series. So like and subscribe, leave a comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.